thought I would bring it in and start taking it apart, get it cleaned up. Um, I don't think there's much to do on this engine. I just haven't had the ambition or the time lately to work on this project. But but I think maybe once I get started on it, I'll be able to get it done. Really, it's not in bad shape. I had it running before I took the tractor all apart, and it ran great. It didn't smoke or anything. In fact, the carburetor was didn't even need to be adjusted. It basically just started up and it ran really smooth. And I think there wasn't a whole lot of use on this tractor. It looks rough, but I think it was in pretty good shape. I think it just sat around a long time. But so I kind of got lucky on it. So I think with this engine, I'm not going to go crazy on it. I'm just going to take it apart. I got to get this off and the flywheel off, and I'm just going to like clean it and sandblast it and paint it. Well, there you go. I got it all cleaned up. I used some degreaser on it. I got this super clean stuff at Walmart, and it works really, really good. It's probably the best degreaser I've come across. You can get it at the automotive section. But I just sprayed it with that with like a squirt bottle, and I let it sit. I hit it with the hose, and it really takes all the oil and grease, takes it right off. Works really good. But so yeah, I got it all cleaned up. I just capped off the exhaust, and I put a plate, a piece of metal over the intake, just while I spray it, and I'm gonna have to sandblast it so it'll be protected. Hey guys. I got all my parts out here. I got them all stripped. I used a paint stripper, and I took all the paint off. I used, this is what I used. Make sure you buy the 15-minute quick paint stripper. The other stuff takes too long. You'll be waiting for the whole day, especially the environmentally friendly stuff. It's horrible. But anyway, I got all the paint stripped off. I just got to sandblast the rust, and then I can paint it, and that's it. I'll be done with the engine. There you go, all sandblasted, prepped and ready for paint. Hey guys, I just thought I'd show you this. I got the carburetor all cleaned up. I just stripped it with paint stripper, and I don't know if it's going to need a rebuild or not. I'll find out once I get the engine all put back together. But anyway, what I was thinking with this is with carburetors, I found on the other one, you don't bother painting it because gas is gonna leak, or you're gonna have to adjust it, and then the paint's gonna get all lifted and it's gonna look like crap. So I think the best thing to do with the carburetor like this, like if you're doing a restore, is just to just clean it up and leave it aluminum. I'm gonna just like lightly sandblast this just to make it look nice, and I'm gonna just leave that alone. And then this is actually the air filter. This is called an oil bath air filter. This goes on the bottom, and you fill this up with oil, and it sucks the air up through the oil into the carburetor. It's pretty weird. Look at that. It's full of like steel wool. So I don't know if this is like before the paper air filters were invented or what, but I don't know. It's pretty neat. I've never seen anything like that before. But that's actually the air filter. So, but anyway, I don't know. Just thought that was neat. I thought I'd show you. Alright guys, thank you. Hey, I got the starter generator apart. I just thought I'd take a look at it before I painted it, and I think it needs new brushes. It's pretty worn. So I went ahead, I ordered a new kit for it. Right here, I got it online. So the brushes, so they're quite a bit bigger. I can see them in there. They're quite a bit bigger than what's in here. So these are pretty worn. But so yeah, I'm gonna just replace those brushes. And I got a couple bearings. I'm gonna replace the bearings. And that's it really, and I'll split it back together. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a little dirty on the inside. I wiped it out. I'm a little afraid to use anything on it like carburetor cleaner or get it wet or anything. So I'm just gonna wipe it out, and that's good enough. So I don't want to damage the coils or anything with any kind of solvent. So But that's it. Just thought I'd show you that too. Okay guys, I got the brushes replaced. They're in there. I oiled these things. Just put a drop of oil on them. Just make sure that they spring nice. So that's it. That was easy. I got the pulley off. I had to put this in the vise, and I could get that nut and the pulley off. And I got the bearing out. I used this little pulley puller that I had. I had it for something else, so I probably don't need to use it, but it worked pretty well. It pulls from the inside and the center. But yeah, it worked good. And show you, there's a little piece of felt down in here, and it's got these oil caps on it. And I guess they do oil that, which is kind of weird. So that's what the oil caps are for. But yep, just got to put it back together. Should be all set. Here's the old bearing right here. You can see it was a mess. It was pretty rusty. Didn't feel like it rolled good. You can see why. So I got both bearings replaced. I got this one in here replaced. I just coat everything in with some grease. I like putting things together with a coating of grease on them. Makes them come apart easier next time too. I got the brushes replaced on the inside. I just lightly sanded this armature down so I have a nice clean contact there. And then that's really it. I just kind of brushed out the inside. I didn't really clean it with anything. That's it. Just gotta put it back together and it's ready for paint. Okay, I got one more tip for you. After I put this together, I noticed when I turn the shaft, it's like it got kind of hard to turn, and then it got easy again, and then it got hard to turn, and then it got easy again. And the reason why that happens a lot of times with like bearings or gears is because things aren't quite in their square. So when you turn, it causes things to bind. So what I did is I turned it to where it started to get hard to turn, and I just put something here and I smacked it with a hammer. Just smacked it back, and that must have squared up the the bearing in here, moved it just a little bit. So now when I turn this thing, it turns nice and smooth and easy all the way around. So just took me a second, but made a big difference. So alright, and the same thing with like gears and things. You want gears to be square with each other. If you're off a little bit, it causes things to bind. And alright, just something to think about. Thanks guys. Three coats of paint. I painted it with 2 coats one day, and then I let it dry 24 hours, and I gave it a 3rd coat. I find it comes out a lot better if you wait a day and you give it 1 more coat of paint. That gives you time. You can wet sand some of the dust out and runs, and then just put a light coat on it. Can't really rush a paint job. It's one thing I've learned. Just got to do light coats and do several. And then the last coat is the one that really, makes it shiny. Anyway, I got the flywheel. I painted all this stuff with the black epoxy primer, and then inside here I painted it, but I didn't paint it with the yellow. I didn't want to really waste it. It's pretty much out of paint now, so it's taken me 3 quarts. I don't have any left over, but that's it. I just have the hood, which is going to be white. Then these are the hitch parts. I'm going to leave these black. I know usually they're painted white, but I think I like them black. I'm just going to leave them. And it's that epoxy primer. So it's really durable. And the epoxy primer seals. I don't think regular primer is watertight. Or actually that's, sealed. So you can leave it exposed. But plus it's tough, it really sticks to the metal. But it doesn't chip easy. But that's it. Almost done. Alright, hope you like it. Since I got the engine apart, I figured I'd just go ahead and replace those 2 seals. I ordered them on eBay already. They're old stock Kohler ones. They're pretty heavy duty ones. But anyway, I pulled the old seal out. I saw this trick on YouTube. I just thought I'd show you. I grabbed a hold of it. I got this pick with these vice grips, and I kind of just grabbed a hold of it with that. I slid the pick in between the seal and the drive shaft like that. Kind of got behind it, and then I just kind of grabbed it and just yanked it out, and worked really good. Came out really easy. I don't know, it's a good idea. Alright, I got my other seal out. I did it the same way. I got behind it with this pick. I just basically slid the pick up in between the lip of the seal and got behind it, and then just pulled it out. It was a little bit harder because the seal is smaller, but it worked pretty good. It's a really good trick. But anyway, I just cleaned this out too. Make sure you wipe this down really good so that your new seal goes in there. There's no debris in there. And there's my my new seal. This is an old stock Kohler seal, and it says to grease it. It says warning, grease it. So I'm not gonna. I was gonna just oil it, but I'm gonna rub it down with some grease, and then I'm gonna put the seal. Oh, I got my I got both of my seals in. Then I got the drive shaft all cleaned up. Just cleaned it up with some sandpaper so I can get my pulleys back on easily. And I think before I put my pulleys on, I'm going to just put some grease on it, just to keep it from rusting, and hopefully keep the pulley from, rusting on it. I can get it off again someday if I need to. Another thing I did, and I did on the whole tractor, is anywhere where I have threads, I just ran a tap in them and I just kind of cleaned them out. It just makes the whole thing go together a lot easier. Plus you don't have to worry about cross-threading anything. But yeah, I did anything that I have to anything that's got threads, basically just clean them out. So that's it. Alright guys. There you go, I just finished it. I even put the decals on it. So all I have left to do is I got to put the bottom of the air cleaner on it. You're supposed to fill it up with oil, so I'm just gonna wait. But I put fresh oil in the engine. I even got a new spark plug for it. I set the points gap and the spark plug gap. They're both 0.025. I got a new glass bowl for it. And I don't know if this is original, but it's got a nice little piece of copper line there. That looks kind of cool. But I ended up clear coating my my carburetor. I just sandblasted it and just left it aluminum. Paint doesn't really stick to aluminum anyway, so I thought that was kind of a good way to do the aluminum parts. But I gotta get a muffler for it. I gotta take this off still. And see, I got a Kevlar belt for it, and I got the PTO pulley for the front. I don't have a PTO for it, but maybe someday I'll put one on. The pulley's there anyway. And then down here in the bottom, I put that piece of pipe there for changing the oil. Just to make it a little easier when it's on the tractor. But yeah, let me show you the front of it. There you go. That's the front. I did the same thing here too. I just, I painted these with the epoxy primer, and then I just left this aluminum and just clear coated it. So I think it came out nice. And then that's the same coil. I didn't replace it, in the same wire. I just cleaned them up. They're in good shape. So that's it. It should run really good. I ran good before I took it apart. And so I just cleaned it up and painted it, and I replaced the seals and just kind of tuned it up. So alright guys, so I hope you like it.